Alright, so Meravas and Tosh are feeling good after defeating 2 dragons back to back, so I figured we'd keep this party going. We defeated all the champions, so we just ran back to get Harding because we haven't hung out with her in a while. And
the voices
now...
again.
Oh. Well, we have one area left in the Crossroads to explore after this.
But surely the knowledge you gained...
My champions offered themselves willingly. More works of precision laid low before finding their full potential.
You will have new subjects in recompense, whatever you wish.
Rook's fire breather. I would see if there is enough dragon blood in their veins to begin a new archdemon.
Inspired. Consider it done.
She can try. If they touch you, death will be the least of their problems.
Yeah, Gillanine must really want us to fight her. Mira will not forget that anytime soon. But now it's time to finally see what's back here.
There. That must be why the revenants were raised, to keep that door sealed. Time to see what the gods are hiding in there. Light up ahead.
The Lady of Fortune. A pantomime theater mask of Androl. To narrative, she's purpose. She grants strength of clarity, but blindness to trickery. Blood and force, spare us the moment we become your prey. It doesn't bode well for whatever's behind this fight.
That's a lot of blood. You can feel it down there. Ready? Wouldn't miss it. Eyes up, weapons ready.
So it's another dragon. 3rd time's the charm, I guess.
There. It's been feeding on the blight. Destroy it before the corruption eats us alive!
Level 50, we may not be ready for this.
Ranged incoming!
Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. Literally. Alright, Mythal, I guess you're not so bad then. She's gonna do anything, though, or just moral support?
I am not what I once was, but this place is mine, and I protect the worthy.
Oh, okay. A little easier now. Wait, did Mythal leave? So much for protecting the worthy. One shot and you're done?
I don't have to see to kill you.
And now Mira's on her own. Just keeps getting better and better. Should have prepped some different runes. tail. When can I have my friends back, please?
Right there.
There. The weak point. Oh, there we go. Dang it. Of course it would move out of the way.
Got him ready for you. They're in range. You got it. Get clear. Don't just stand there.
Thanks for that, Harding. Let's go replenish some potions. Josh, Harding, you got this. Just one minute.
Not ready yet.
knows we're about to get smacked. Alright, Harding, your new job is healing Meravas. Come on. Stay alive. Oh, this reminds me of back in the beginning when Mira was hanging on by a thread after every encounter. I thought we'd gotten past that, but I guess I didn't prepare for the Revenant Dragon. But just like then, we're gonna make it. That's right, Josh.
Got him ready for you.
Oh, okay, let's finish it. Go.
Finish it.
Woo. We did it.
That's the last of them.
Corruption staunched. The Evanura cease their gnawing. The Crossroads heals. A sanctum renewed, dweller, as is needed.
That was just a fragment of Mythal? Can you imagine all of her?
Yeah, if it was all of her, maybe her dragon would have attacked more than once before flying away. But I guess I'm not really surprised that Mythal abandoned someone she was supposed to protect. Clearly, I am not her biggest fan. Not since we learned what she did to Solus. Thanks for the assist, I suppose, but... Dragon's Tear. A dragon's tear, the final trace of vigor, petrified in the last moment of self-mourning. Echoes of a dragon who refused to surrender to her affliction haunt the stone. This bonus is reset if you defend or dodge. I can deal with the defending part, but dodging, that's my primary maneuver. Oh, what's this way? Hold on. Calm before the storm. I come here sometimes when I need to be myself, not Solus's friend Felisan, not the slow arrow of the rebellion, just me. He hasn't been right since what happened with Mythal. He's planning something with the dagger, and if it were a good idea, he'd have told me. Damn it, Solus, I'm with you as long as we're protecting the innocent from the powerful, but you make it hard sometimes, Felisan. Boy, does he.
Fascinating. Unforeseen.
Who are you?
Must not reveal. Must not alarm. Soon, though. Very soon.
What was that codex called? Final Circle. Yeah, so Mira has found a couple of these circles, but I've kind of just overlooked them because I don't know what they are. And that voice just says something esoteric and then disappears like it just did. So I guess I should have been paying better attention. A page torn out of a journal. I don't know how Taryn and I are still alive, but we shouldn't be. We'd been combing through old journals, missives, anything that spoke of the air feeling greasy. That seemed to be the sign of the mysterious circles, and even the broken ones had given off some of that same quality. We found what we were looking for in an old scouting report from Clan Sabre. They'd found a collapsed section of the deep roads that seemed to lead under the ocean, or at least they reported the smell of seawater. So Taryn and I went there. We got a little deeper than the Sabre scouts, and we found another of the circles. Then we saw them. They looked like a person, though oddly dressed. Gray robe, gray helmets, and a mask. Then they moved, fast. They were suddenly in front of me, and they were reaching out, but there was something wrong with their arm. It was changing, shifting. I fought ogres, demons, and more than one Templar, but I've never been so afraid, or so sure I was going to die. I couldn't move. Taryn saved me. She hit it with an arrow in the chest. It stumbled back, and that broke the spell. We ran, but we could feel it behind us, and it was getting bigger. We lost it. I still don't know how, but I'm not looking for these circles anymore. Let the past keep its secrets. Ceres, first of Clan Ursale. Yeah, none of this is ringing a bell for me. Gray robes, the ocean, shape-shifting, maybe? I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. The other two circles, one was in Arlethan Forest, and the other, I'm pretty sure we found in the Grand Necropolis somewhere. If anyone cares to know. But now let's get out of here.
We sail.
Let's see if this tree is gonna talk at us again. Reveal some secrets.
The voices again.
Mm-hmm.
What of your dreams?
A discordant refrain and shadows, nothing more.
In our prison, there was more. I dreamed the songs of the living abyss. And now, masked eyes across the sea.
Okay, hold
a
up.
Storm that drinks the sky.
This is sparking a memory for me now. In
The future is intangible. Only the past and the present matter.
In Inquisition, there is an operation, the strange chalk markings, I think, where you get a message from someone from across the sea. What were they called? Oh, that's gonna bother me.
Do you remember, Rook, when I mentioned another ceremony I must perform at the Memorial Gardens? The time has come. I was hoping you would accompany me again.
More grave lighting?
No, this would be a more personal visit, whenever you've time.
So I still haven't remembered the name of that group, but I'm going to try to put it out of my mind. Mira will go do this with Emmrich, and maybe our memory will get jogged eventually.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmrich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
There's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Lich. That's Old Teveen for corpse, isn't it?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Well, not everyone gets to meet their idols.
Oh, but I was nervous. The Liches are the great protectors of the necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
If that's what you want.
I'd anticipated more surprise.
Emmrich, you live in a haunted necropolis.
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Questions, yeah, but she's not freaked out by lichdom or anything. Just another way to be.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmrich, aren't most undead just random spirits inside corpses?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another Watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die, permanently, during the rites. What cowardice! A promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
Emmrich, you've spent your life preparing for this and it could still fail?
You say nothing that hasn't hounded me. Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos. She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
Oh, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
For a Watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them?
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear, and of course, time to read all of one's books.
Every mage's dream.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you. Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volcarin, they walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
Learn something new about Emmrich every day.
I heard a strange thing, Emmrich.
It's simply not true that Manfred's doing my laundry. He's got tangled in a bedsheet, and Tash mistook that for...
Not that. I heard you're preparing for some big necromancy rite.
How did you know?
You talk out loud to yourself a lot, Emmrich.
Ah, oh dear. The rite is a difficult, delicate thing. I promise to explain it if I succeed.
I get you. Good luck.
You know, Tash, I discovered a large jar inlaid with a golden flame pattern at that Qunari burial site I examined. I presume it was for storing specific organs after death?
No, the Asolitar doesn't hold anything. It stays empty. Like the body is empty now that the spirit is gone.
Ah, it seems you know something about ancient Qunari customs after all.
What? No, that's... Everybody knows that.
Yeah, they really don't, sweetheart.
When you landed the killing blow on the archdemon at Weishaupt, I'm glad we didn't lose another good soul, Davrin.
In death, sacrifice. There's some irony.
It can be its own bravery to go with the living.
I suppose. Least I'd have been missed.
Need something, Tash?
You can't hide in here.
Who says I'm hiding?
The fade crap is everywhere, even here.
True, but here I have snacks.
So, I I never did remember what that group's name was, which is why I looked it up. They're called the Executors. So, do with that what you will.